Lambeau Field, please. There's no way in hell I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers.
Running games travel.
But I want Deebo Samuel. I want George Kittle. I want Elijah Mitchell to know it ain't about y'all. I believe in y'all. I'll be damned if I believe in porn star Jimmy at Lambeau Field. No, I do not believe that.
Oh, gosh, I asked some great questions. RC! What's the good word? Good to see you.
I see you hanging out with a kicker and a wide receiver, Molly. It's good they got their quarterback in you.
Let me just, hold on. Let me just enlighten the people. I asked Michael Irvin off air. I said, Michael Irvin, if Stephen A. played football based on his personality, what position would he be?
And I gave him a safety.
Yeah.
I gave him a safety because I was dealing with his ability, his build, but also his personality and mannerism.
But
he has to lead something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let him lead the defense.
No, he's not tough enough. He would be a kicker. Period, point blank. Stephen A. would be a kicker.
No. I said, hold on. I
She
say
said
wide
based
receiver
on my personality.
you're such a diva.
That's what she said.
Wide receiver, obviously.
You know, the buff dude that's living in the gym all the time telling me I'm not tough enough. I ain't in the gym more because I'm usually working while y'all in the damn gym, okay? I would definitely be the quarterback.
No, you wouldn't. You're not the quarterback.
Too selfish.
You're not the quarterback. He's not a team guy. I'm a team guy. You're the star.
I'll prove it.
Let's keep going.
You're an offensive coordinator.
I'm not the offensive coordinator. I'm the quarterback.
You call the plays, you understand? And then when stuff ain't working out, you looking at the play and see they didn't execute. That's it. Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
This is very disrespectful.
Not at all.
People at home can weigh in. I have a real question to ask.
Head coach.
And I'm going to, whatever. You wouldn't even make me the head coach. I had to be a coordinator. Like, goodbye.
I think so.
RC, I'm gonna start with you. I need a break from him. What does this bad game say about that bad man? Will he be remembered for his regular season dominance or postseason failures?
He won't be remembered for his postseason failures. He'll be remembered that he never had a postseason moment. We could go back to Eli Manning's throw to Mario Manningham, Eli's Manning throw to Dave Tyree, Ben Roethlisberger throw in the corner to Santonio Holmes. You can point to many of the things that's happened in Tom Brady's career, the Peyton Manning's career, and you can say, okay, these were at least moments we remember these quarterbacks coming up big in the playoffs. Look at the two games we saw played by quarterbacks yesterday when you think of Matthew Stafford and also later on in the day, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Those were playoff moments. Those were moments where their teams weren't necessarily better than the teams they were facing, and the quarterback elevated them. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have that moment. There's a Packer fan I talked to yesterday, and I said, where's Aaron Rodgers' moments? When you think about Aaron Rodgers and you think about the way that he's elevated the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs, I want you to tell me the one play you point to that led to a Super Bowl. Tell me the one series you point to that led to a Super Bowl when Nick Collins doesn't have a pick six because Marquise Pouncey is out. When Clay Matthews doesn't hit Rashard Mendenhall fumbles the ball. Tell me how he overcame in Seattle when they lost. Tell me how he overcame in San Francisco when he lost. Tell me how he's overcome in Lambeau when they've lost. He never has. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks that has ever played the game. He is, to me, the most talented that has ever played and the best I've ever been on the field with. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a playoff moment where the Green Bay Packers were not better than the other team, where the Green Bay Packers were not outplaying the other team, where he elevated the Green Bay Packers to a championship. The reason Aaron Rodgers only has one ring is Aaron Rodgers. We cannot go throughout this whole season and watch this team win 13 games again and say that they're good enough to win a championship, that the roster is stacked enough to win a championship, that they have what they need both offensively and defensively, and then blame this loss on anybody but number 12. Number 12 scored 10 points in this game. If this was Dak Prescott, Michael Irvin would have to be protecting him from Stephen A. saying how awful he played against the San Francisco 49ers. So we got to stand up there and say that Aaron Rodgers, who's going to be this year's MVP, did not show up for his team, and he does not have one playoff moment we remember. Well, he will be remembered as a failure in the playoffs.
We got you. We got you. Here's the deal. You're absolutely right, first of all. You definitely crystallize how right you are when you talk about how there's no moment that led to a Super Bowl. I do remember that moment in the playoffs in Dallas. He threw against the Cowboys.
That ball on the sideline. That's the moment that came to my mind.
That was absolutely spectacular. That was a spectacular pass. He did have that moment. But again, they came up short, didn't go to the Super Bowl. He's lost 4 NFC championship games. I will tell you that Aaron Rodgers, to me, is the greatest talent that I've ever seen at the quarterback position, which makes it more heartbreaking that I have to say what I have to say. This is a legacy-defining moment for him, what happened this past weekend.
Yep.
Unless he wins a Super Bowl, I will never look at Aaron Rodgers the same again. And I don't think anybody should. You can't lose that game Saturday. Now, I understand. Listen, everybody want to point to the special teams. You had a punt block. Okay, you had a field goal block. You gave up 2 long runs on special teams. We get that. I will remind y'all, San Francisco only scored 13 points for the game.
Yep.
The Green Bay Packers defense held them to 6 points.
Yep.
So we still come back to the fact that Aaron Rodgers, with Devontae Adams on the field, receiving, 9 receptions for 90 yards. With Aaron Jones on the field, okay, catching 9 passes, targeted 10 times, 129 yards, including a 75-yard touchdown. I'm saying not touchdown, but a 75-yard play. You had Lazar on the field. You had Lewis on the field. You had Cobb, who you convinced the organization to bring back on the field. You had Dillon and Jones on the field. You were clearly the better team. You were at home. You were rested. You're accustomed to the inclement weather. You're going up against a team in the San Francisco 49ers who 2 weeks earlier, if they don't beat the Rams, they're not even in the playoffs. And then they beat Dallas, come there on a short week to play you, okay, on your home turf, and hold you to 10 points. It is the most devastating loss of Aaron Rodgers' career. And when you take into account the fact of all that noise he had in the offseason, the level of respect he felt he lacked, the fact that he was planning on leaving after this season, that Brian Gutekunst had to do whatever he could to mend fences and mend that relationship, okay? I'm not letting Matt LaFleur off the hook either. I will remind everybody, you're the head coach. Before that, you were an offensive coordinator. You might have came into the press conference, singing your mea culpa about how you needed to do better. Well, how many times we going to hear that from you, Matt LaFleur? I mean, you said it last year. Okay, when you took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. You said it the year before when you got spanked by San Francisco. I mean, it's 3 consecutive years. You won 13 games. You came up short. Why am I bringing that up? Because I never felt he deserved the job. Now, I know he did a good job, and he ain't Cliff Kingsbury, but you were the 27th ranked offense as an offensive coordinator in Tennessee before you got that job in Green Bay. And we've seen coaches come and go under Matt LaFleur era, okay? Because it's always somebody else's fault that causes them the job instead of you. You only scored 10 points. So, yeah, it's on him too, but nobody more than Aaron Rodgers. There's no way to escape it. Aaron RC is absolutely right. It is the most devastating loss of his career, and it's legacy-defining unless he wins a Super Bowl. Because it's the postseason, and that's just the reality of it. We're going. A lot of people will never see Aaron Rodgers play, and then they'll start when years from now we'll be asking who was the greatest, and then we're going to look at the results. We're going to look at the results, and it's so funny, Ryan. I was thinking about this. When Joe Mo had the lead at 4 rings, you get 1 ring, that's 25%. You were good enough to get in the conversation. Now that ring level is up to 7 and 8. So you got 1 that's not good enough now. He has to have another one, or we will always remember. All those moments you were talking about, all those moments, great moments, are always remembered when they end up on their way to a Super Bowl. We'll never forget Giannis coming back, because he came back the way he came back after I thought he hurt his lead, and he played great and led them to the championship. Those are the moments that you're talking about we're missing with Aaron Rodgers.
Let me wrap this up by saying this. Brady is 35-11 in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is 11-10. So, Stephen A., what did Tyreek Hill do? He waved goodbye. Goodbye. Party's over.
And here's the sad part. I can say anything. I have no comeback. 0. I'm saying I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I was devastated.
Yeah,
I was devastated that you went out like that. Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought he wasn't that damn impressive to me.
I know.
You know,
but you know what? I didn't even mention that. This was extra special for me because it was your boy porn star Jimmy. I
the little spice on this, though. The little spice on this. If Aaron Rodgers does decide to go somewhere else and he takes another team and win a Super Bowl, oh, he's back in the conversation.
For
but he has to do that.
For sure.
What?
He has to do that, though.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers,
Just so maybe that'll be a rolling.
But Michael Irvin,
he needs to stay in the NFC. I tell you that much.
Yeah,
he don't need to go in the AFC.
But right now he's competing for greatest regular.
Hit the like, subscribe, and share all of our channels. Check us out. Hey, tell us what you think about it. Are we hitting it on the nail on the head or are we not? Please leave a comment. Let us know. Tell us how the flow is. But don't forget, this is your boy MC D-Rex, and I'm out. Peace.